Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to St. Augustine, Florida. We're on the campus of Flagler College. This is the Flagler College Gymnasium, also known as the Clark Family Court. Welcome to Peach Belt Conference basketball here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in the ancient city of St. Augustine. This is game number 2 of the day. The women's game was highly competitive. It was won by the visiting team by Georgia Southwestern State, 68-60, the final in favor of the Hurricanes. Game number 2 coming up here momentarily. Starters for Georgia Southwestern just introduced, and the Saints are getting ready to meet their starters. Let's meet the Saints starters first. And it'll be the same 5 we've seen for the majority of the year. I think every game has been the same 5. Let's just double check that and make sure. Yep, all 5 games. It'll be Jax Balknight at the point guard spot, 15.5 points per game and 4 assists, a 6'1 senior out of Alpharetta, Georgia. At the shooting guard spot, Max Herdlicka, 6'5 junior from Brunswick, Georgia. At the 3 spot, it'll be Destin Clark, 6'3 senior out of Indian Land, South Carolina, 16 points and 5 rebounds per game for Destin Clark. And then at the 4 spot, Hoku Fisher, 6'4 and 190, a junior out of Wilmington, North Carolina. And then finally the big guy inside for Flagler, Jalen Jordan, 17 points and 11 rebounds per game. He's averaging a double-double. Actually a transfer from Georgia Southwestern. From Hilliard, Florida, 6'7 and 240, that's Jalen Jordan. For the Hurricanes, the starting lineup has got a pretty big change. Josiah Shackelford, 17.7 points and 7.6 rebounds per game, is not in the starting lineup, and I'm not sure that he's going to play at all today. But he's definitely not in the starting 5. He's 6'9 and 225. That's a big loss for the Hurricanes. They will have Tim Hall, 6'7 sophomore out of Charlotte, 13 points and 13 rebounds per game. Lars Nielsen, a 6'5 senior from Norway, 16.4 points per game. Justin Mondin, a sophomore, 6 foot and 160 out of Raleigh, almost 14 points a game and a 46% three-point shooter. Jacob Rose, a 6 foot senior out of Oviedo, Florida. And then the guy replacing Shackelford is Andy Antoine, a 6'9", 225-pounder, a transfer from Albany State, but he calls Orlando, Florida home. So he's almost back home. He's here in the greater Central Florida area. Interesting that we have 2 Josiah Shacklefords today, one for each team. The Josiah Shackelford for Georgia Southwestern, not in the starting lineup, and as I mentioned, may not play today. I can't speculate, but I don't think he's going to be a participant today. But Josiah Shackelford for Flagler will certainly get some minutes here at some point today. Outstanding freshman for the Saints. The Hurricanes missed their first shot of the day, and the Saints come the other direction. Try to go left-hand side to Hoku Fisher. Couldn't find him on that one because it was knocked out of bounds. So the ball will get reset. Jax Balknight turns the corner, keeps right on going, and dribbled it off his shin out of bounds. So Saints don't get a shot on their first possession and turn it over. Here come the Hurricanes for their possession number 2. Jacob Rose, the point guard, handles the basketball on the perimeter. Goes over to the big fella, Andy Antoine. He backs in against Jalen Jordan, and Jordan knocks it out of his hands out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hurricanes. 11 on the shot clock, so not a whole lot of time, but plenty of time to get a decent look here, you would think. Balknight will guard the trigger man. Trying to get it in, and finally does out here to Justin Mondin. Mondin against Fisher. Takes it in for a little floater off the right side and drives it home. Mondin at 14 points a game. Good, strong take to the basket. First bucket of the day goes to the Hurricanes. Fisher for Clark. Backs in, loses the handle. Loose on the floor, and we're going to get a foul. I think it's going to go on the Hurricanes, 23. Yeah. Andy Antoine dove in there to get it back on a loose ball possession and kind of wiped the legs out from under Destin Clark. Well, it would have wiped the legs out from under most people, but it didn't knock Destin Clark to the ground. Did knock him off balance a little bit, though. Clark, a pump fake from 3, goes inside, loses the handle going up, but still able to put it up toward the backboard. No good. Here come the Hurricanes quickly. Transition, 3-ball right side. Off the heel of the rim, no good. Antoine rebounds, kicks it out on the perimeter for a 3-point attempt. That one's short as well. Gets another rebound and kicks it out again. They'll reset it. Lars Nielsen missed that last 3-pointer. Around the horn, back this way to Rose. He goes in, gets it poked away, and Herdlicka ends up with it. Goes cross-court to Balknight. 3-on-3 fast break. Coast-to-coast runner. Jax puts it up. No good. Rebound coming the other way. The Saints will tap it. Herdlicka gets the steal. He's got Balknight to the right. Finds him there. Quickly underneath. Too high. Looking for Jalen Jordan and threw it over his head. Jalen's big and he can jump, but he's not getting that one. 2 minutes in, only 2 points on the board. Only 2 for the Hurricanes. Rose harassed by Balknight, goes right side to Mondin. Fisher will extend the defense on Justin Mondin. Gets a high ball screen. Comes back the other way to Antoine. Goes behind him there. Shot clock down to 4. Kicks it cross court for a long distance jumper. It's no good. Rebound Jalen Jordan for the Saints. Clark with Jordan up high. Fisher back into Jordan. Flush it with the left hand. Little screen and roll. Run to perfection there, and the Saints are on the board. 2 apiece here in St. Augustine. Almost 3 minutes in. 17:08 as the Hurricanes get into their half-court set. Right side to Rose. Antoine drops it back from Mondin. Here's Nielsen right side. Back over to Antoine. Got it poked away. He able to chase down the loose ball and put it up from the left side. And banks it home. Balknight out between the circles for Jordan. Back to Jax. Takes it in with the right hand. Runner is good. 4 apiece. Here come the Canes. Quickly, front court. Mondin, crossover, gets to the elbow. Poked away by Balknight. Loose on the floor. Great hustle. Jordan comes up with it. He goes to the front court. Floater up. Blocked. Rebound Herdlicka. He gets it knocked away, but Balknight there to chase it down. Rips through. Gets down into the paint. Wraps it back around to Destin Clark. Pump fake. Takes it in. Floats it up. We're going to get a blocking foul on the Hurricanes. A nice job there by Jacob Rose to step in and draw the charge. However, Clark was going to go around him to the left, and Rose slid to the left to make sure he made contact, and that's going to get you a blocking foul instead of a charge. And we will go to the under 16 media timeout. First media timeout of the ball game. It's been action-packed, although it hasn't been much scoring. 4 apiece, 4-4 between the Saints and the Hurricanes. We're about 4 minutes in, 15:55 to be exact. We'll take a brief timeout and be right back here on the Peach Belt Network.
Can't have a basketball game without cheerleaders, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, ladies. Making his way to the foul line for the Saints is number 5, Destin Clark.
So Clark will be our free throw shooter as we come back out of the media timeout. And first point of the day for Destin Clark comes from the charity stripe. Clark 28 out of 32 on the year. And 2 for 2 this time down. Saints have their first lead of the day, 6-4 Flagler. As we're under the 16-minute mark. Here come the Hurricanes. Rose off to the right side, works against Balknight, dribbles in, drops it back here. Elbow jumper is good for Tim Hall. Ties us up at 6 apiece. There's Hoku going to come down the paint off the left side and rolls it up and in there. I think the Hurricanes were looking for him to pass it off to a teammate, and Hoku said, if you don't stop me, I'm going to keep right on going. 8-6 Saints. Hurricanes ball underneath their own basket, off to the right-hand side. Get it into Nielsen. He works against Herdlicka for a 10-footer and knocks it home. Kind of bumped into him with the right shoulder to create some space and elevated and knocked down the jumper. Destin Clark unable to finish that time. Hall rips down the rebound. Here come the Canes. Nielsen right side. Back up high. We're tied at 8 at the 14:44 mark. And we got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. I think they're going to get it on Destin Clark. No, they're going to get it on Herdlicka. You say Max Herdlicka with a hold. Saints will go to the bench here. 3 subs coming in. Boom Reeves, Mason Manning, and who's my third guy out there? Oh, Josiah Shackelford. That's the Saints' Josiah Shackelford. Interesting nugget. Both teams have a Josiah Shackelford. Jumper for the Hurricanes, no good. They get their own rebound, though. Jacob Rose chases it down. He's got some space on the drive, and dish and flush from Faustin Fenor. Faustin Fenor, 6'9" out of Punta Gorda. Here's Jax Balknight for 3. It's good. First triple of the day for either team, and the Saints reclaim an 11-10 lead. Missed assignment there. You don't want to leave Jax Balknight open from 3. Rose kicks it out to the left-hand side for a 3 from the Hurricanes, and it's good from Justin Mondin. Balknight, 46% from 3. Mondin, 46% from 3. And a runner for the Saints, no good from Boom Reeves, but I believe he is fouled. Yes, the foul's going to go on Tim Hall Jr.
Fouls on Tim Hall Jr.
His first.
Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 14, Boom Reeves.
So Boom Reeves will shoot the free throws here for Flagler. And in and out on the first. Statistically, Boom a pretty good free throw shooter at 80%, but only 5 attempts all season. So 4 for 5 is a pretty small sample size. Misses the first, misses the second. So 0 for 2 this time. And the Saints trail it by 2. Around the horn for Hall, then Nielsen. And they're going to say Josiah Shackelford. An inadvertent trip there, so there'll be a foul on the Saints. Good-looking freshman. And the ball will go to the Hurricanes underneath. Josiah Shackelford for Flagler, a 6'4" freshman out of Seminole High School, which is in Sanford, Florida. There are multiple Seminole High Schools in the state of Florida. One over in the Tampa area, and of course the Central Florida one is in Sanford. Drive down the lane, and a left-hand runner is good from Lars Nielsen. Shackelford to Smalls and back to Smalls left side. 3-pointer goes in and out. Unlucky, here come the Hurricanes the other way. 15-11, Georgia Southwestern by 4. There's Mondin down the paint for a floater. No good. Rebound. Hall. His stick back. No good. Rebound. Balknight. Here come the Saints. 3-on-2 if they can hustle. Balknight for Manning. Manning to Shackelford. Drive and kick. Swing it one time. Balknight. 3 ball short. And rebound to the Saints. Reeves. Balknight. He's double teamed. He'll U-turn it. Cross court. Manning for 3. Off the mark. No good. Rebound to the Hurricanes. Saints have gone cold from the perimeter. They trail it by 4. 15-11 at the 12-19 mark. Mondin, Nielsen, and Guillen work the perimeter. Pull-up jumper from Nielsen. Off the mark. Rebound Shackelford. Out to Manning. Trail it back to Shackelford. And now Manning will go into the half-court set. Good job by Georgia Southwestern to get back on defense. Shackelford, a pump fake, a drive. Lean, get the man off his feet, and draw the foul on 24, Faustin Fenor.
Fouls on number 24. We'll take the foul shots after the timeout.
So Josiah Shackelford will be going to the free throw line, but not yet. We're at the under 12 media timeout. So we'll take the timeout, and we come back. We'll have 2 free throws for the Saints, trying to cut this lead in half. It's a 15-11 lead for Georgia Southwestern as we speak. 11:44 to go first half. Saints shooting 2 when we come back right after this.
Direct your attention to center court, where we have the dance team.
As we roll out of the under 12 media timeout, it'll be Josiah Shackelford at the free throw line here for the Saints.
Stepping to the foul line after that foul is number 4, Josiah Shackelford.
Shackelford 12 points per game as a true freshman. 79% free throw shooter. First shot is good, one more coming. 15 out of 19 on the year coming in. Now 16 for 20 and 17 for 21. He makes them both. It's a 2-point game, 15-13. Georgia Southwestern by 2. Up high, Fenor with the basketball. Throw it back this way to Nielsen. And over right-hand side, Fenor kicks it out here on the right-hand wing. Back inside and a reach-in foul going to go on the Saints' Trevor Smalls. Not a bad foul there because Faustin Fenor was all alone and had some space in there. Make him earn his points from the free throw line.
Is number 24, Faustin Fenor. He'll shoot 2.
He has not attempted a free throw shot yet this year. First is off the mark, no good. One more coming for Fenor. In and out on the second, so he missed them both. Saints down 2, bring the ball front court. Smalls to Shackelford. Back to Smalls, top of the circle. Spins down the paint, takes it up strong, and gets tied up there by Tim Hall. That's going to be the second personal on Hall. He's a double-double guy, 13 points per game and 12.9 rebounds per game. So averaging a double-double, and here in the first 9 minutes of the ball game, he's already got 2 fouls. So see if the Saints try to take advantage of that. Small's first free throw is good. %71% on the year, and Tim Hall has checked out, so no chance for the Saints to try to get him in further foul trouble, at least not yet, as Smalls tries to tie things up here with the second free throw. Off the heel, no good. Rebound picked up by the Hurricanes. So it's a 1-point game. Georgia Southwestern by 1. 15-14 here. Just over, or just under the midway point of the first half. Spin move in the paint for a floater. It's good. Nice move there. Andy Antoine. Saints go ahead of the pack to Jordan. He'll have to save it back to Balknight. Jordan calling for the ball. Well defended. Good decision not to force that in there. He'll set a screen here for Balknight. Go to the corner. Manning a 3-ball. It's good. Saints have tied it up. Big triple right there by Mason Manning. 17 apiece here. Saints jump into their man. Drive off the right side, and going to get a traveling violation called against number 30, Spencer Rose. And Balknight goes to the floor, bounces back up, and tries to regather himself here. Coach Sellen's going to give Jax a chance to regather on the bench here. Not sure if he hit his head when he fell. I see him touching his nose now. As the contact was made, the shoulder from Spencer Rose got into the nose of Balknight. And now the shoulder of Lars Nielsen is into Trevor Smalls. And I believe it's going to be a non-shooting foul this time. Yep, Saints will have it underneath. Tied at 17, 9:57 to go. Here's Jalen Jordan, one-on-one. Pump, spin, turn, bucket. Nicely done.
Nice touch on that jump shot, Jalen Jordan.
Jordan's got 4 on the afternoon. Saints take the lead, 19-17. Gavin Guillen with the basketball, working against Shackelford. They go to Rose. Deflected, and here comes Manning with it. 2-on-3. Gets it back. Going to go right baseline. Spin and kick for Hoku. 3-ball. Got it. 22-17. Saints extend the lead. Really nice job by Mason Manning. He got the steal, but he didn't force it. Waited for some support from his teammates, and it ended up being a triple. Here's Antoine, drops it back here for Spencer Rose. Around the horn to Nielsen. His 3 is good. Lars Nielsen, 47% three-point shooter, 16 points per game. Takes it from a 5-point lead down to 2. Jalen Jordan goes up and under, can't finish but is fouled by Andy Antoine. Hurricanes are going to get Antoine, I believe, out of the game. He's got 2 fouls. They do have quite a bit of depth at the big man spot. So Jordan will shoot the free throws. Take the first, and then the subs will come in. First is good. Here come the subs. 12 for 30. That's Mondin in for Spencer Rose. And 24 for 23. That's Fenor for Antoine. Fenor will play with a couple of personals, and Jordan hits the second. Excuse me. Yeah, Fenor will play with 2 personals. And for the first time today, Justin De La Cruz checks in. 6'6", 190 out of the Dominican Republic. Puerto Plata. in the DR. 24-20, Saints by 4 at the 8:33 mark. Here's Nielsen with the ball on the left side. Pull-up jumper. It's perfect. Lars Nielsen, he can shoot it. Transfer from Division I, Elon. 24-22. Here's Jalen Jordan attacking, leaning. Can't finish it. Tried to get that third foul on Fenor. Unlucky that time. Good defense. And the Hurricanes will bring it front court with a chance to tie here. 24-22 Saints. 8:03 to go first half. Drive off the left side. Partially blocked, but a late whistle. They're going to get it on Shackelford. He got ball, but I guess he got some body as well. That'll give Jacob Rose a chance for 2 free throws, but not before we go to the media timeout. Again, when there's a media timeout, you take the timeout before you take the free throws. So 2 free throws coming out of this break. 24-22 Saints. 2 free throws coming to try to tie it up. We'll be right back here on the Peach Belt Network.
The Saints Pep Band is on it this afternoon as well. Well done, band members.
As we roll out of the timeout, Jacob Rose
For the Hurricanes is number 20, Jacob Rose.
will be the free throw shooter. First is good. First free throw of the season. And he's got them both. 2 for 2. We're all tied up. 24 apiece here. 7:55 to go first half. Little 3/4 court zone trap. 1-2-2 trap here by the Hurricanes. Hoku. 10-second violation. Saints didn't clear the timeline before 10 seconds ran off. So that's a turnover. Ball to the Hurricanes. Jack Balknight will check back in there for Shackelford. And we got a whistle and a foul. Somebody checked the cutter, I guess. It was away from the ball. I called on Jordan. Yeah, they called on Jalen Jordan, his first, team's 5th. Pull-up jumper on the way from the left-hand side is good for Justin Munden. Hurricanes reclaim the lead. Jalen Jordan's going to shoot a 3-ball from the top of the circle. That's no good. Here comes Georgia Southwestern. Deflection there by Balknight. Knocks it up into the bleachers. It'll stay with the Hurricanes. Come all the way to the backcourt to Mondin. Hoku Fisher waits for him. Saints still playing man-to-man. There's Nielsen. Throws it underneath, and Balknight got a 2-hand deflection. Almost got the steal, but the ball touched the end line, and so it'll go or stay with the Hurricanes. Never possessed by Flagler, so the shot clock's on 6. Deflected but never possessed. There's Nielsen. Dribble off the left side and too strong, no good. Rebound, Max Herdlicka. Here come the Saints. Herdlicka leading the charge. Stop and pop triple. Too strong, no good. Destin Clark rebounds for the Saints. He's got Balknight. Back to Clark. Clark's got a mismatch in size. He'll spin to a double team, dish it, and Jordan will finish. Nice job by Destin Clark. And good talk there by Jalen Jordan to let him know he was coming. Little stop and pop turnaround there for Justin Mondin. Gets the lead right back to the Hurricanes. Clark open briefly, passes up the three-pointer. He'll take it in against Nielsen. Lean and too strong, but he's fouled. I think it was the weak side help of 24, Fenor. Let's wait for the signal.
Foul is on number 24, Faustin Fenor.
Yeah, second personal on Fenor. And it'll be Destin Clark. Chance to tie the game up here. The Saints trail at 28-26. First is good. Clark, as mentioned previously, a good free throw shooter at 87% on the year. 16 points, 5 rebounds a game coming in. And one more free throw will tie it up if he can knock it home. He does. So 28 apiece, a good football score here in St. Augustine. 6:01 to go, first half. Mondin up high, he's got a high ball screen from Fenor. Heads right, step back three ball. Off the mark, rebound Balknight. Here come the Saints. They're going to push 5-on-3 if they can hustle. Clark goes in, step through, floater no good. Jalen Jordan stick back is good. Nice job running the floor by Jordan. Saints reclaim a 2-point lead. Balknight guards Rose tightly. Got a high screen. Switch it back. Nielsen, triple top of the circle. Off the heel, no good. Jordan and Clark fight over it, but Jalen Jordan corrals it. Saints with the ball in the lead. 5 minutes to go, first half. Balknight going in, jump stop, floats it to Jordan. He lays it up and lays it in. And timeout taken here by Coach Aaron Coombs. He is disappointed at the defense right now. 32-28, Saints by 4 at the 5:04 mark. This is a 30-second timeout, so we're going to stay right here. Saints 32, Hurricanes 28. This has been a good one so far. The start of Peach Belt Conference play here in St. Augustine has lived up to the billing. There are multiple other Peach Belt Conference games going on this afternoon. We'll try to get you those scores here at halftime. Get you caught up on all the other action between, let's see, who else is in action? Augusta, USC Beaufort, Columbus State. Lander, bunch of folks in action. There's 4 games going on this afternoon and then a nightcap later tonight as well. I think it's North Georgia and Clayton State in the nightcap. Rest of the games are all on a similar schedule, scheduled for a 3:30 start on the men's side. 4 games at 3:30. Rose throws it inside. Little baby hook is blocked by the Saints. Nice job there by Boom Reeves. He lowers the boom and blocks that shot. Here comes Balknight. Trails it for Clark. Clark to Herdlicka. Back to Clark. Guarded by Nielsen. Back him down. Get to the paint. Drop it off and lay it up. No good, but a foul. Unlucky for Boom Reeves. He couldn't get the 3-point play, but he will get 2 free throws. Foul's going to go on number 3, Lars Nielsen.
Making his way to the foul line is number 14.
Second personal on
Boom
Nielsen.
Reeves.
And Boom Reeves will be our free throw shooter.
He'll shoot 2.
0 for 2 on his first attempt at the free throw line and misses that one as well. Deep breath, dial it back a notch here. And missed it as well. So 0 for 4 today for Boom Reeves, unfortunately. Struggles from the free throw line here early for the Saints. Still a 4-point lead, 32-28. Nielsen out high, goes cross court. Long three ball on the way is good for Justin De La Cruz. De La Cruz triple makes it a 1-point game. Balknight for Herdlicka. Catch and shoot triple for Max. No good. Rebound, Hurricanes. Mondin pushing quickly. Cut off by Fisher. Poked away, loose on the floor. Clark's got it. 2-on-3. Clark spins out of traffic. Trails it to Hoku. Three ball near side. Short, no good. Rebound, Nielsen. Coming the other way against Balknight, and Jax will reach in and go for a steal. Got him across the midsection. That was a nice job to slow down the fast break without getting called for an intentional foul. And that'll take us to our under 4-minute media timeout. It's a 1-point game. That's just the 6th foul against the Saints, so it will not be a 1-and-1. It'll be possession for Georgia Southwestern when we come out of the timeout. 3:39 to go first half, our 4th and final media timeout of the first frame. And it'll be Georgia Southwestern basketball when we roll out here with 3:39 to go before the half. We're back on the Peach Belt Network right after this. So it's Hurricane basketball out of the timeout. 3:39 to go before halftime. 32-31, Saints by 1. Come into the backcourt to Mondin. 24 on the shot clock, so not quite a full possession. Right side, Antoine. Cross court. Same spot, same result. Three-pointer from De La Cruz. He's got 6 quick ones. (34-32), the lead for the Hurricanes. Herdlicka takes it in, floats it up, off the window and good. We're tied at 34. Tough shot there for Max Herdlicka.
Max Herdlicka with a nice bucket.
Open look left side, three ball is good. Jacob Rose.
Jacob Rose with a three-pointer.
37-34. Canes back up 3. Balknight down, up, under, and around to Herdlicka. To Clark. Clark bumps, skips it over this near side. Hoku, three ball, book it. Teams are trading three-pointers right now. 37 apiece here in St. Augustine. This is a good one. Saints, good job moving the basketball on offense, finding the open man. Here's a drive from Mondin. Stop and pop and lays it home. 39-37, 2:14 before half. Balknight, left-hand side, goes to Clark. Back to Balknight. Three ball, Jacks, book it! And the Saints take a 1-point lead, 40-39. Timeout on the floor.
Recognizing more sponsors, 123 Burger House, Grillin' and Chillin'.
32nd timeout taken here with 2:03 to go in the half. 40-39. Action-packed basketball here in the last few possessions. Both teams lighting it up from the perimeter, shooting it at a high level right now. And Jax Balknight, his second three-pointer of the day. Saints have 4 guys averaging double figures. Balknight 15, Shackelford 12, Clark 16, and Jalen Jordan 17. For Georgia Southwestern, Hall averages 13. Nielsen averages 16. Mondin averages 14. And then they got two players that are averaging double figures, but I don't think either are going to play. Matt Ansa and Josiah Shackelford, both over double figures, but not playing today. That hasn't held Georgia Southwestern back one bit, though. They got a lot of weapons on this club. Nielsen for Antoine. Left alone at the elbow. Takes it in, kicks it out to Nielsen. Nielsen going right baseline. Floater and get undercut on the shot there, and shot was no good, but he was fouled. They'll call it on Herdlicka.
Fouls on number 13, Max Herdlicka.
That's his second personal, and it'll be two shots here for Lars Nielsen, the 6'5 senior from Skien, Norway.
Number 3, Lars Nielsen. He'll shoot 2.
First free throw in and out, no good. Nielsen, 82% free throw shooter on the year. Saints get a couple subs in. Jalen Jordan returns, and he brings Mason Manning with him. One free throw for Nielsen to try to tie this game. He does. 40 apiece, 40-40, with 1:39 to go. Fenor for Antoine for Georgia Southwestern. Here comes that trap again. Bounce pass to Manning. Trail it back to Jacks. Thought about the three, but well defended there by Nielsen. Balknight. Manning going to run the baseline. Up and off the backboard and in for Mason Manning.
Bucket is good. Mason Manning.
Saints reclaim the lead. 42-40 with 1:16 to go. Here's Mondin. Picks up the dribble. Out to De La Cruz. Pull up three ball. No good. Rebound Jalen Jordan. That one was kind of forced, and it was from the right side instead of the left. Here's Herdlicka. Man flies past him. But it's steal from Nielsen going the other direction, and he's bumped by Balknight in transition. That's 7 on the Saints, so it'll be a 1-and-1 here for Nielsen. And Jax has picked up his second personal. Last time in transition, he really was looking to commit a foul. That time he was not. Nielsen hits the first to make it a 1-point game, 42-41 with 54 seconds to go before half. To the bench for the Hurricanes, Mondin's going to go out for Gavin Guillen. And one free throw for Nielsen to potentially tie the game. He's got it. 2 for 2. And Spencer Rose checks back in. Out there with his brother, Jacob. Saints trying to let the ball roll out toward midcourt. And I guess the clock started inadvertently. Balknight for Manning. Back to Jacks, top of the circle. Swing it to Herdlicka, catch and shoot. Three ball's good. Herdlicka gives the Saints a 3-point lead. Jacob Rose out between the circles, got his brother to the right. He's got the high post screen here from Fenor. Throws it back to De La Cruz on a curl, and his triple is good. Third three-pointer for Justin De La Cruz, and we are tied at 45. Shot clock turned off, game clock on 14. Balknight works here against Guillen. To Herdlicka. Open look to Manning for 3. Got it! With 4 seconds. And can't get a shot off there. At the end of the first half, the clock does not stop on a made basket. So when Manning hit the three-pointer, the clock kept running, and the Hurricanes weren't ready to get the ball inbounds. Spencer Rose had the ball trying to inbound it, but nobody was looking at him. So basically, once they got the ball inbounded, the horn expired, and they didn't get a chance to get a shot off. The final dagger of the first half comes from Mason Manning, a 3-ball from the left side. 48-45. Saints lead it by 3. That was an action-packed first half. We'll take a break, And we'll be right back to give you the Peach Belt Conference scoreboard update here at the half in St. Augustine. 48-45 in favor of the Saints. We'll be right back.
How do you make history? In St. Augustine, Florida, Flagler College stands as a beacon where the lion-hearted can forge new paths. Here, your courage finds its name, and ambition finds its home. Inspired by the visionary Henry Flagler, you don't just learn, you create, innovate, and find where you truly belong. So how do you make history? It starts with you, right here. Flagler College, where history begins.
Basketball finishes with an impressive 19-9 record. 1973 to 76, Flagler College men's basketball team practiced at various places, played at home at St. Augustine High School. Practices were held at the old YMCA building, Ketterlinus Middle School, and St. Augustine High School. In 1976 and 77, Dave Toney named men's basketball coach. Flagler College gym on the campus opens for the first home game in November 1976. 1977 to 79, Norm Mason played and is also in the Athletic Hall of Fame. Coach Paul Kennison, he was the men's basketball and golf coach from 73 to 75. John the Nat Hyken played basketball in 1972 and was a member of the men's soccer team during his time at Flagler. Frank Keaveney, one of the first 17 males to attend Flagler 1971, he was a member of the men's basketball team in 73 and 74. In memory of the following basketball players, Mike DeCourcy, 73 to 74, Timmy Marks, 75 to 76, Jeff Hopsfesberger, 75 to 78, and Coach Darwin White. We'd also like to give a special thanks to the cheerleaders from 73 to 79 school years. We want to recognize them for all their support and school spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, I read a lot to you, but you can see these are some very special men and women here. Let's give them one more round of applause. This is the history of Flagler College athletics right here this afternoon in our gymnasium. Congratulations to all of you for getting this all started. We appreciate it.
Welcome back to St. Augustine. About midway through the halftime here at the Flagler College Gymnasium, I'm going to take a chance to look around the Peach Belt Conference scoreboard while we have a break here in our action. So halftime, so these are men's results. We'll have the women's results here momentarily. But for right now, men's results at half at Georgia College in Milledgeville. It's Georgia College 28, Columbus State 27. Our score here, of course, 48-45 Flagler, the home team with a 3-point lead. USC Aiken versus Lander, 46-43. Lander, who is the home team, leads it by 3 over USC Aiken. And those are the 3 games that are going on right now in the Peach Belt Conference. In women's basketball, it was Augusta defeating South Carolina Beaufort, 72-50. Also in women's basketball, Lander defeats Aiken, 76-51. Also women's, Columbus State 64, Georgia College 60. And in the game that was played right here in St. Augustine, Georgia Southwestern 68, Flagler College 60. In other Saints news, at the NCAA tournament second round, the Southeast Regional, which is being played at Wingate, the Saints were the winners yesterday. They're the 3 seed. The 3 seed Flagler knocked off the 6 seed Anderson yesterday. And in second round action at the Southeast Regional, it's number 3 seed Flagler winning set number 1, 25-23 over Lander. So that's 2 seed Lander, 3 seed Flagler. The Saints winning the first set 25-23 and all tied up 9-9 in set number 2 between the Saints and Lander. Diving in a little bit deeper to our stats here in the first half between the Saints and the Hurricanes. Again, 48-45 is our score. Both teams shooting the ball at a more than 50% clip. Both teams shooting more than 50% from three-point area as well. But neither team shooting it real well from the free throw line, ironically enough. Georgia Southwestern 17 for 30 for 56% overall, and 6 out of 11 for 55% from the three-point area. They're just 5 out of 8 from the charity stripe, 62%. Saints' numbers are almost identical. Instead of 17 out of 30, Flagler is 16 out of 29, 55%. Three-point area, very similar. The Saints are at an even 50%. They have made 7 three-pointers compared to the Hurricanes' 6. Saints are 7 of 14, but the Saints are also struggling at the free throw line at 64%, 9 out of 14. Boom Reeves is the guy that's dragging the Saints down. The Saints are 9 for 14, so they've missed 5 free throws. 4 of those misses have come from Boom. He's 0 for 4. Rebounding numbers are similar, 16 for Georgia Southwestern, 14 for the Saints. Turnovers, 6 for Georgia Southwestern, and just 4 for Flagler College. Leading scorer for the Saints is Jalen Jordan. He's got 12, the only Saint in double figures. For Georgia Southwestern, Lars Nielsen has 12, and Mondin has 11. Those are the 2 players for Georgia Southwestern in double figures. De La Cruz off the bench for a quick 9, played 9 minutes, scored 9 points on 3 out of 4 from the three-point area for Georgia Southwestern. The final point, or the final basket, I guess I should say, of the first half was the difference so far. It was a three-pointer by Mason Manning with 4 seconds to go, and that's our difference right now. Saints by 3, 48-45. Largest lead for the Saints was 5 points, 22-17. Largest lead for Georgia Southwestern was 4 points, 15-11. There have been 7 ties. And looks like 5 lead changes. So a back and forth battle. It's been a good one. Both teams shooting it at a high clip. And we got a good 20 minutes of basketball remaining here from St. Augustine. Again, the score 48-45 in favor of the home team Saints. Flagler 48, Georgia Southwestern 45. We're back in 1 minute from St. Augustine for second half action. All right, ready to start the second half here in St. Augustine. We got a good one on our hands here in the Peach Belt opener between Flagler and Georgia Southwestern. Saints will have the basketball first to start the second half. Of course, the teams switch ends. Saints wearing the home white uniforms will work from left to right and shoot in front of their home team bench. Straight man defense here on the first possession by the Hurricanes. Into Destin Clark, drops for Balknight, back to Clark. He'll attack down the paint, spin and lean, and off the mark, try to draw a foul, didn't get it. Here come the Hurricanes the other way. Saints by 3, Hurricane basketball. Tim Hall with it, top of the circle. For Rose, post feed in, and they're going to get a push called on Jalen Jordan. Andy Antoine lost his balance, but referee said it's because he got shoved in the back by Jordan. It'll be Hurricanes ball underneath. Into Hall. Corner to Nielsen. Pull-up jumper from 15 is perfect for Lars Nielsen. That's a tough mid-range shot there. He knocks it home. It's a good score. Saints going to go lob into Jordan, and he'll kind of get undercut there and get a late whistle called against 23, Andy Antoine. That's his third personal. It's a 1-point game pending the free throws here from Jalen Jordan. Jordan will shoot 2, try to extend the lead. First is good, one more coming. 19:04 to go in the ball game. 49-47 Saints. Got them both. Mondon will walk at front court. Sophomore out of Raleigh. To Antoine and then back to him. He'll drive right side, pull-up jumper from 15, off the heel, no good. Hall, a rebound, high in the air, kicks it back out to Mondon, they'll reset. Into Antoine, who backs in against Jordan. Lost the handle going through, but regathered, shot it again, missed it, and another offensive rebound here for the Hurricanes. Poked away, and Saints couldn't control it. 14 on the shot clock, so should be plenty of time for the Hurricanes to trigger from underneath. They did get Antoine out of the game with those 3 fouls. Back to Mondin, looking to post Fenor. Said they'll get a screen, pull-up jumper. In and out, no good. Jalen Jordan corrals the rebound. Finds Jax, who finds Hoku. Drop it back for Clark. No, he won't. Hoku will keep it. Gonna back down, spin, fade away, off the heel, no good. Stick back, no good. Rebound to the Hurricanes. Jalen Jordan tried to tip it in, just slightly off the mark. Rose for Nielsen, sets a screen, pull up by Nielsen. Knocks that one down again. Man, off the screen, just like the baseline pull-up. Knocked down that mid-range. Good crossover by Jax. He'll take it in, float it up, lay it in. Splits the entire defense there. Jax Balknight takes it back to a 3-point cushion for Flagler College. This has been a really good one. I want to welcome our fans from Americus, Georgia, supporting the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. It's been a great opener in the Peach Belt Conference, and we got a lot of basketball left. Nielsen drops for Rose, a little 3-man weave and interchange. Back to Nielsen. Drives off the left side with a little step back, too much, and got the friendly shooter's roll. A lot of backspin on that one. Hit the back of the rim, up off the backboard and through. Hrdlicka catch and shoot. It's good. Saints 3-pointer extends the lead to 4. It should be 55-51. Scoreboard has not updated yet. It says 52-51. Now it goes up. There it is. Errant pass there, but the Hurricanes able to corral it. Some miscommunication between Rose and Fenor. Here's Mondin. Cross court to Rose. Excuse me, that is Nielsen. Drives down with the left hand, no good. Rebound Hrdlicka, and they'll push the other way. Get it to Fisher, blocked on the run out. Justin Mondin blocks it. Here come the Hurricanes the other way. Mondin works against Clark for a pull-up. Leaves it short. Rebound picked up by Mondin. And knocked out of bounds off of Mondin. It'll go to the Saints. A little reach in there from Hrdlicka. Poked it away, and it hit the knee of Mondin out of bounds, and the Saints will go to the bench. Fisher looking a little winded. Coach Sellen will get him out of there for Josiah Shackelford. Shackelford hasn't done much yet today. Here's Hrdlicka going to back down. Back down, get deep, finds Clark. Open look from 3. Left it short. Hrdlicka rebounds, puts it back up and puts it in. Hrdlicka created that. He created the space for Clark and then ultimately created the offensive rebound and the putback. Here's Mondin far side. Looks out for Nielsen. Comes off a screen. They switch it. He'll work against Clark. Goes in for a runner. Leaves it short. Hrdlicka rebounds it. Loose on the floor. Jax will chase it down. Good foot speed by Jax. Coming the other way. Sprays it to Shackelford. 3 ball. Got it. Balknight created it with his foot speed. Shackelford buried it with the 3-point shot in the corner. And it's the biggest lead of the day. 60-51. Saints by 9. Fenor up high, finds Mondin. Attacks off the drive, and we got a reach-in foul on the Saints. I think they're going to give it to Hrdlicka, and that'll take us to our under-16 media timeout. Saints have come out swinging here in the second half. They lead it by 9, 60-51. Saints over Hurricanes, 14:53 to play. We'll be right back. 14:53 to go in the basketball game here in St. Augustine. It's Saints 60, Hurricanes 51. Saints have scored 12 points here in the first 5 minutes. Extended the lead from 3 up to 9. Into Nilsson. Catch, shoot, bucket. Well, he's an impressive player. Lars Nilsson, the 6'5" senior from Norway. Really good scorer. Into Jordan left side. Jab step, back down, spin, pump, dish. Errant pass there, picked off by Tim Hall. Here's Nielsen, takes it coast to coast and got bumped there. Saints went to the bench for Jack Carter, and Nielsen blew right past Carter, got a chest bump going by that causes the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line.
For the Hurricanes, it's number 3, Lars Nielsen. He'll shoot 2.
Nielsen, 82% free throw shooter on the year. First is good. He's got them both. So Nielsen scored 4 quick ones coming out of that last media timeout. The lead gone from 9 down to 5. The Hurricanes are about to jump into that three-quarter court trap, but they didn't get it in place quick enough. Saints are front court, Bachknight with it. Drives past his man all the way through, and it's knocked out of bounds by Nielsen. It'll stay with the Saints. Still 13 on the shot clock, so plenty of time for Flagler. Jax will be the trigger. He'll start it off on the right-hand side. See if the Hurricanes jump into a zone here on the inbounds pass from underneath. That happens oftentimes. Nope, looks like they're going to stay man. Bachknight triggers to Jordan. Jack back to Jax. Attacks, dishes at the last minute to Carter. Little baby hook is good. Jack Carter in the right place at the right time for an easy feed from Jax Bachknight. Mondin a pull-up jumper. Nicely done. Both teams shooting the ball at a high level today. Bachknight tells Shackelford to get out of his way. Good hustle there by Nilsson. Couldn't corral it before he skidded out of bounds. It'll stay with the Saints. I think they're talking about the shot clock. Yep, they're going to put it to 20. They're going to say that Nilsson did have possession before he slid out of bounds, so that'll get to the partial reset. Bachknight screens it back this way to Manning. Pull-up jumper going to be very short. Rebound ripped down by the Hurricanes. Nilsson trails it back out to Guillen. Now to Mondin. Step through, got it poked away, loose on the floor. Bachknight comes out with it. Jax double team briefly, but gets through it. Finds Shackelford. Dribble in, lean, and left it short. Not a good decision there by Shackelford. He was triple teamed inside, could have sprayed it out to someone and either reset it or had an open perimeter shot, but a little too aggressive there. Nilsson off a screen up high, takes it in, floats it up, no good. Rebound tapped. Jordan controls it. Finds Shackelford. 3-on-2 if they can hustle. Finds Carter. Floats it up with the right hand and sticks it home. Jack Carter got his second bucket of the afternoon, making the most of his minutes here in the second half. 64-57, Saints by 7. Nilsson drops it back from Mondin. There's a high screen. They'll switch it back, swing it over back this way. Tim Hall coming down the paint, got bumped by Carter, and he'll go to the free throw line. Carter's not afraid to run into somebody on defense, I can tell you that. Plays hard while he's out there. Carter, 6'7", 210-pound sophomore from Gallatin, Tennessee. So Hall will be the shooter. off the mark with the free throw. Not a great free throw shooter. 18 for 36, 50%. You know, if you need to foul somebody, this might be your guy. That one does rattle in. 64-58, Saints by 6. Manning, Balk Knight, coast-to-coast wraparound, tried to go throw it inside, poked away, loose, and last touched by the Saints out of bounds. Balk Knight got caught in midair and tried to throw a little wraparound pass. It was poked away, it was loose on the floor. Multiple bodies dove after it, but last touched, I believe, was Boom Reeves. Either way, it was off one of the Saints, and it'll go to the Hurricanes, but not before we take a brief timeout. Flagler College dance teams heading onto the court. We're at the under 12 media timeout. 11:58 to go. 64-58, Saints by 6. We'll be right back. Out of the timeout here with 11:58 to go in the basketball game. 64-58, Saints by 6 over Georgia Southwestern. The Hurricane basketball. Saints will apply a little bit of token man pressure here in the backcourt. Major Manning will be guarding Mondin as he brings it across the timeline. Nilsson right side. Up high to Guillen. Now Mondin, now Tim Hall. Shoots it over Boom Reeves and gets it rejected. And we're going to get a blocking foul called on the Saints. It's called on Jack Carter. Looked like he was in pretty good position. Maybe he was inside the circle. I thought he was there, but referee thought the opposite, and Gavin Guillen will shoot 2 free throws. First is good. 7 for 8 on the season from the free throw line for Guillen.
Gavin Guillen at the foul line for the Hurricanes.
One more coming. 64-59, 5-point game pending the free throw. In and out, no good. Rebound, Mason Manning. Manning over to Balk Knight. He's double teamed, deflected, and stolen away. Errant pass there, stolen by Guillen and put in. Saints were not ready for that full court trap. Balk Knight looking for help, dribbles through 2, gets bumped here by Nilsson. Non-shooting foul at the midcourt. Scoreboard shows 3 fouls on Nilsson. We'll make sure that's accurate. That could, a lot of time left with 11 minutes to play. Arguably their best offensive weapon today with 3 fouls. Double check the stats when we get a chance. Balk Knight up high, guarded by Guillen. Gets some space, takes it in, gets it knocked away. And loose ball. Possession arrow favors the visitors from Georgia Southwestern. Coach Sellen going to go to the bench here for Hoku Fisher. Get Jax a little rest He doesn't rest much. Balk Knight averages 30 minutes a game. Here's Guillen right side. They're working around to De La Cruz. Now Guillen attacks Shackelford and kicks to Mondin in the corner. Takes it in against Hoku. Elevates and knocks it home. Tough shot there from Justin Mondin. Mondin at 6 foot, elevates over Fisher at 6'4". Here's Manning. He's got some space. He's going to go down low to Destin Clark. Pump fake goes up. No good. Rebound fought for, and we're going to get another held ball. This time will favor the Saints. Good aggressive play in there by both teams going after the loose ball. It's a 1-point game, though. The momentum has swung firmly back toward the visitors. Here's Hoku. Got some space. We're going to go back to Destin Clark. Clark will back down, wait for the double team, shoot the turnaround, and get fouled. A mismatch in size with Clark working against Gavin Guillen.
Fouls on number 10, Gavin Guillen.
And Destin Clark will shoot 2 free throws.
Destin Clark. He'll shoot 2.
First is good for Clark. Pretty quiet offensively today for Destin Clark. Comes in averaging 16 points and 5 rebounds. That free throw gives him 5 points for the game. And that second free throw is no good. So it's a 2-point lead. Mondin poked away. Shackelford ends up with it. And we got a reach-in foul. I think it's going to go on Mondin. Probably frustrated at turning it over. And he is whistled for the foul. Here's Clark down the paint. Blocked from behind. Good weak side help there. Here come the Hurricanes the other way. Coast to coast for Guillen, and shots no good, but a foul. And they're going to call it on Manning. And Guillen will have a chance to tie this game up with 2 free throws. (65-63) pending the free throws.
Stepping to the foul line for the Hurricanes is number 10, Gavin Guillen.
First free throw is good for Guillen. Junior out of Wilmington, North Carolina. He's got them both, and we're all tied up. 65 apiece, 9:39 to play, and there's a timeout on the floor. Timeout taken by Coach Aaron Coombs of Georgia Southwestern. 65 all here with 9:39 to play. Let's look around the Peach Belt Conference and see what's going on. First, we'll start with the volleyball game, the NCAA tournament. Saints won the first set against Lander 25-23. Lander claims set number 2, 25-18. So all tied up 1 set apiece in the volleyball regional tournament up at Wingate. Other men's basketball action. Columbus State and Georgia College. That's a close one. 9 minutes to go. Columbus State leads it by 1. 4 minutes to go in the Aiken versus Lander game, and that is Lander 75-67. Lander by 8. And only 3 games going on in men's basketball right now. Of course, the third one is our game right here, which is tied 65 apiece. Both teams have cooled off shooting the ball just a little bit here in the second half. Saints percentage down to 40%, where it was 55 in the first half, and Georgia Southwestern down to 44 from 56. Both teams starting to get a little tired, a little heavy legs, but still very competitive ball game. There's a double team in the backcourt. They go over the top. It's picked off. Then stolen right back by Shackelford. He'll throw a lob to Jordan. Lean up, stick it in. Shackelford saves the day there, stealing it right back after an errant pass against pressure. Here's De La Cruz off a screen, down the paint for a runner. It's good. First 2-point bucket for Justin De La Cruz. He's got 11, and we're all tied again. 67 apiece. See if that good steal and play by Shackelford can get him sparked offensively. He's got 5 points, but it's been a pretty quiet day for the hot freshman, Josiah Shackelford. Into Clark. Tries to dish it at the last minute, deflected and stolen away. And then Shackelford steals it right back. No, I guess he didn't. They'll say he got enough contact with Nielsen to warrant a foul, and it'll stay with the Hurricanes. 67 all with 8:52 to go. And the Saints have exceeded the limit. That is now team foul number 7 of the second half. So a 1-and-1 here for Nielsen. So far today, Nielsen's been a great free throw shooter, not the guy you want to put on the line. And of course he misses it. That's the broadcaster's jinx. I said he was a great free throw shooter. Nothing personal. He misses. Saints basketball. Hrdlicka drives down the paint with the left hand and puts it up and in. Max Hrdlicka gives the Saints the lead back, 69-67 with 8:32 to go. There's De La Cruz left side with Manning. Now Nielsen, crossover against Hrdlicka. Spins, floats, and finishes inside. Tied it back up at 69. Nielsen's got 24. There's Balknight up high. Jordan, backdoor cutter, finds Manning, finds a three-pointer. It's off the heel, though, for Shackelford. Good pass, good look, just didn't get the shot to drop. Tied at 69. Both teams getting a little tired. Mondin walks it across the midcourt line and then walks it over to the bench to get the play. Goes behind the back against Shackelford. Kicks over left-hand side to Guillen. Shot clock to 10 for Mondin. Shoots it over Shackelford and gets it blocked. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Nielsen. A fadeaway three, and it's good for Lars Nielsen as he's fallen into the bench over there with the shot clock going down. Big bucket there for the Hurricanes. Hrdlicka going to drive through. Float it up, stick it in. That's foul number 4 on Nielsen. Basket and one opportunity here for Hrdlicka. And maybe more importantly, the 4th foul of the game on number 3, Lars Nielsen, who is their leading scorer. So after we come out of the timeout, the Saints will have a free throw to potentially tie the game. And of note, with 7:16 to go, the leading scorer for the Hurricanes has picked up foul number 4. That's Lars Nielsen. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. Confirm the numbers right after this. Back here in St. Augustine, the confirmation that is foul number 4 on Lars Nielsen. He's got 27 points today to lead all scorers, but he's going to have to take a seat with 7:16 to play after committing his 4th personal foul. And Hrdlicka at the free throw line, right-hand side, trying to tie this game up. It's 72-71 pending the free throw from Max Hrdlicka, his first trip to the line today. Off the heel, no good. Hrdlicka has only taken 6 free throws on the year. He was 4 out of 5 prior to that one, but missed it long. Pull-up jumper from the top of the circle for 3. No good, but Rose chases down a long rebound here for the Hurricanes. That's Spencer Rose. Here's Mondin against Shackelford. Goes right baseline. Up, under, and trails it back to Tim Hall. His runner is no good, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in. Hall, a guy that averages 13 points and 13 rebounds, gets a big offensive rebound and stick back there. Hurricanes lead it by 3. Hrdlicka for Shackelford. Down the paint. Up, blocked by Hall. Rebounded to the Hurricanes. Out to Guillen against Hrdlicka. Shot no good. Stick back no good. Rebound Jalen Jordan. Jordan for Manning. Manning spins through traffic. Looking for a helper. Stays on the dribble. Finds Shackelford. Skips it cross court to Balknight. Pump fake. Cross court. Manning. He's going to attack. He's going to spray. He's got Hrdlicka. An open look. Off the mark. Unlucky. No good. Rebound to the Hurricanes. This place was ready to erupt on that three-pointer, which would have tied the game. But it was no good, and the Hurricanes have a chance to extend their lead. Spray it in the corner. Guillen. Too strong. No good. Rebound Jalen Jordan. Saints will slow it down. Shackelford's got it far side. Hrdlicka, another look for 3. Off the mark again. Boy, Max has had 2 good looks there. Unable to knock him down. 5.5 minutes to go. Some heavy legs on both sides of the court. Coach Sellen's going to go to the bench for a fresh body. Got Trevor Smalls at the table. Rose drops for Mondin, and we're going to get an offensive foul. And Coach Coombs is on the border of drawing a technical foul with some foot stomping over there on the Georgia Southwestern bench. Saints will get Hrdlicka a chance to catch his breath and get his legs back under him as they get Trevor Smalls in the game here. Offensive foul called on number 30. That's Spencer Rose for a moving screen. Here come the Saints. Can tie it with a three-pointer. Balknight screen from Jordan. They switch it. Post feed into Jordan against a smaller player. Leans up and, just couldn't get the roll. But he does get a foul called on number 10, Gavin Guillen. Nice job by the Saints to recognize it. They switched the screen. That left 6'7" Jalen Jordan against 6'2" Guillen. An easy post-up move there. Jordan hits the first free throw. One more coming. Can make it a one-point game with this second one. It's short, though. Unlucky. Rebound, De La Cruz. Hurricanes by 2 with 4:44 to go. Left side, Antoine. Now De La Cruz attacks for a runner that's no good. Rebound, Hall blocked. Hall another rebound. Poked away and last touch by the Saints. Boy, Tim Hall relentless in there on the boards. That's how you average 13 rebounds a game. You just don't have any quit in you. Keep going after every ball. He's been quiet offensively, but he's racked up some rebounds. Antoine over to Mondin. Thought about a 3. He'll drive instead. Over Jordan. Left it short. Long rebound, Balknight. He'll go with Smalls. Trevor's going to attack. Step through, float it up, and lays it in. Ties us up at 74. Trevor Smalls gets out. Good pass from Balknight to find him running the floor. Next dead ball will be our under 4 media timeout. They'll go to Antoine. Back to Mondin. Switch it back. Into Antoine. Kicks it cross court, De La Cruz. Step back jumper from 18, left it short. It's an air ball, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Hurricanes. It'll go to the Saints. There's the dead ball we were talking about. It's under 4 to go, and we are all knotted up. 74 apiece with 3:44 to go in regulation. Saints will have the basketball all tied up here in St. Augustine. We'll be right back. .344 to play, tied at 74. Saints basketball. Referees look like they got a little bit confused as to whose ball it was. Tried to give it to the Hurricanes for a minute. Balk Knight, here comes the double team. Needs a helper. Finds Smalls. Back to Jacks. Here comes the trap again. Finds Smalls again. Finds Shackelford. Squares up a 3. And hits it. Josiah Shackelford gives the Saints a 3-point lead. You want to trap us? We'll make you pay if we can hit the 3-pointer. Shackelford, a big bucket right there. Here's Hall at the high post. Coming down the paint for a runner. Too strong, no good. Rebound fought for, controlled by Manning. Saints by 3 with the ball with 3 minutes to go. Balk Knight across the timeline, needs a helper. Finds Smalls, who gets bumped by De La Cruz. De La Cruz trying to work hard, fighting through a screen to get to him, and then created some contact. And that's 7. So we're going to go to a 1-and-1 here. Both teams now in the double bonus. So the foul on 13, De La Cruz, his first, sends Trevor Smalls to the free throw line. Smalls 10 for 14 on the season coming in. Deep breath, couple dribbles. First one's good. Got to make the first to earn the second. He does just that. The lead has grown from 3 to 4. The Shackelford triple made it a 3-point game. That first free throw makes it 4 and one more pending. He's got them both. Saints by 5, 79-74. Mondin wastes no time pushing it front court. Shackelford is with him. Drops to De La Cruz. Drops it off to Nielsen. A moving screen? Yes, it is. Yeah. De La Cruz tossed the ball and then kept running and ran right into Mason Manning. Moving screen, very similar to the play that was called just a couple possessions ago. As you run that 3-man weave, you can toss the ball off, but you can't keep running and wipe out the defender who's trying to keep up with Nielsen. So Saints have the ball and the lead. They'll be patient, but there's plenty of time left. Can't get slow. Here's Manning. Skip it. Touch pass. Shackelford. 3-ball. Got it! Josiah Shackelford hits his second consecutive 3. Mondin going coast to coast for a runner. He missed it. Manning high in the air, had the rebound, and got knocked to the floor. Saints bench is on their feet, erupting to the rebound from Manning and also the made 3 from Josiah Shackelford. An outstanding job moving the basketball against that zone defense that the Hurricanes played last possession. Saints were very patient. Worked the perimeter out high to the wing, to the wing, to the wing, to the wing. Then went to the corner to Shackelford once the defense had overcommitted. And with 10 team fouls, it's a 2-shot opportunity for Manning. Unfortunately, he misses the first. And in and out on the second. Missed a chance to extend the lead. 2:15 to play. Saints by 8. Rose, high post to Hall. Back out to Rose. Guarded by Balknight. Finds Mondin. Little floater is good for Mondin. Justin Mondin able to convert. They were trying to find Nielsen, couldn't get him free, but Mondin able to knock it home, makes it a 2-possession game with 1:53 to go. Timeout taken by Coach Coombs. And they're standing up over there, so that means this is a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout here with 1:53 to go. Reset the table for you for what's coming up next. Of course, the end of the fall semester is upon us here at Flagler College, so final exams start on Monday. Saints will have a little bit of a break, so we got this conference game here, and then we got 10 days before the next game. We'll go at Rollins on December 17th. Then we'll play in a tournament over at Tampa, playing against 2 other Sunshine State Conference schools on the 20th and 21st, Eckerd and Tampa. Then take the Christmas break, then get back to conference play on January 4th at North Georgia. Into Balknight, there's the double team. Comes cross court to Shackelford. Good push quickly to clear the timeline. Bounce pass into Manning, went a little too quick, and they turn it over. Shackelford cleared the timeline and just needed to slow it down. That was a dangerous pass to Manning, a bounce pass in traffic, and the Saints turn it over. That's what that press is trying to do, force you to play quicker than you want to. Here's Mondin right side for Rose. Thought about a 3, go to Nielsen instead. Nielsen against Smalls, takes it in, floats it up, blocked from behind but fouled. Smalls got a piece of the ball, also got a piece of Lars Nielsen. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Number 1, Trevor Smalls.
1:27 to play, so a minute and a half basically with a 6-point game, but free throws are pending. This could very easily be a 4-point game.
He'll shoot 2.
In the next few moments, pending the free throws from Lars Nielsen. First is good. Nielsen, 82% free throw shooter on the season coming in. He's got one more coming. He's got them both. 82-78, so it's a 4-point game with 87 seconds to go. Into Balknight, he'll push quickly. Gets across the timeline to get out of the traffic and the double team. He's guarded by Mondin. Both teams in the bonus. There's a double team. Balknight finds Manning. Manning finds Jordan. Backs in. Waits. Baby hook with the left hand. It's good. Tough shot there from Jalen Jordan. He knocks it down, though. Back to a 6-point game with a minute. Here's Nielsen. Down the paint. Poked away. Stolen by the Saints. Manning's got it. Balknight takes it from him and says, slow down, folks. He'll get across the timeline and just back in. Here comes the double team. Jax recognizes it. Finds a helper in Shackelford. Shackelford back to Balknight. And he's fouled. Had to commit the foul there. Justin Mondin hacks Balknight with 35.5 to play. And the Saints leading by 6, 84-78. Balknight will toe the line right-hand side. Normally a pretty good free throw shooter, and he makes the first. That's a big one there. It makes it a 3-possession game. 85-78, 7-point difference. Make it 8. Buck Knight going to apply some pressure, make the clock start, so they have to touch the basketball. He and Shackelford play up high. Mondin turns the corner, goes in against Jalen Jordan. Pull-up jumper, no good. Stick back, no good from Hall. Rebound fought for and loose on the court. Manning's got it, keeps it moving, and finds Jax. And Jax is fouled in the backcourt by Gavin Guillen. And I think the Saints are going to close this one out. Hometown fans are feeling it right now. 86-78, Saints by 8 with 15 seconds. And 2 free throws pending for Jax Bouknight. They show Hall with double-figure rebounds now. He's got 10. Only 5 points, though, so no double-double today for Tim Hall Jr. And Jax makes it a 9-point game. Bouknight's got 13 on the day. Another very balanced scoring effort by the Saints. Bouknight with 13, maybe 14, yes. 14 for Jax, 14 for Hrdlicka, 19 for Jordan, and 11 for Shackelford. Mondin, a runner, and sticks it home. 8.8 seconds to go. Timeout taken by Georgia Southwestern. Makes it an 8-point game, 88-80 with 8.8 to play. A lot of 8s up there on the scoreboard right now. This is a 30-second timeout. Possession arrow favors Georgia Southwestern. Georgia Southwestern has committed 10 team fouls, so the Saints are in the double bonus. Saints have committed 8 team fouls, so if they were to commit a foul, Georgia Southwestern would be in a 1-and-1. Saints just need to get the ball inbounds. I'm not sure that Georgia Southwestern is going to commit a foul if Flagler can get the ball inbounds. Down 8 with 8.8 seconds. Stranger things have happened, but this would be certainly a miraculous finish if Georgia Southwestern could get back in the game. The only way to do it, though, is to force a steal or a 5-second call on the inbounds play. Into Manning, and he's fouled by Mondin. So they will commit the foul with 7.1. Not ready to go home yet, but Mason Manning can knock home a couple free throws and put this one out of reach. Arguably, it already is out of reach. 7.1 to go with an 8-point game.
Mason Manning to the foul line for the Saints.
And the first free throw is good. Free throw shooting hasn't been great for the Saints, but it's been good enough. They're now 20 for 30 on the game, 67%. And missed the second one. So it's a 9-point game. Nielsen will take it coast to coast. Too strong. Stick back is good for Tim Hall. Will they count it? I don't know that it matters. Yes, they will. They will count the basket from Tim Hall Jr., so he'll finish with 7 points and 11 rebounds. And the Saints will win it 89-82. Again, leading scorer for Georgia Southwestern, Nielsen with 29. Mondin had 19. De La Cruz had 11. Those are the 3 in double figures. For the Saints, Jordan with 19. Shackelford with 11. Hrdlicka with 14. Bouknight with 14. Fisher had 8. Manning had 9. 89-82 the final. Saints win. And real quick look over at volleyball. Nice rally by Flagler in set 3 to win it 28-26. So Saints 2 sets, Lander 1 set. They're playing in the 4th set up at Wingate in the NCAA Regional. Strong finish hopefully for the women's volleyball team from Flagler College. Wish them best of luck, and we'll say good night from St. Augustine. Final score again, the men win for Flagler 89-82. The women from Georgia Southwestern take it home 68-60. It's been a good day to kick off the Peach Belt action, and we'll see you next time here on the